Okay, guys and gals, about 10 seconds of the obligatory disclaimer. If you want to read the whole thing, just pause the video. All right, everybody, let's take a look at the feeder and live cattle futures. We'll start with the feeder cattle /GF. This for the January 2022 contracts. Today finished at 165.4. Daily chart, pretty strong here. Last 3 days, strong. Okay, a little bit of strength going on here. So, pretty good. What's going on with this daily cycle? 1219. Okay. So that's actually a little change of behavior, guys and gals, right? We've been having that going on. And now 3 days up. Okay. MACD still looks like it wants to point down. It did cross over a few days back, so we'll keep an eye on this. I'm not sure if this is going to be short-lived and we're going to see it kind of fizzle out and come down or just go sideways. Okay, short-term indicators are pointing up here. So we'll see what happens here. Is this just going to be a temporary halt in price decline, and then track a little sideways, and then come down here going into like the third week of December, or are we really going to get a nice little run going on here? Okay, right now, price action looks strong, but the MACD is a little bit weak here. Okay, short-term indicators are showing the price wants to go up, so I would expect prices to stall up in here maybe, but this is looking kind of strong right now at the moment here. Let's look at the monthly. Overall, still strong. Okay, month of December so far, really tiny candlestick, so this is not a very strong month, and we are today's the newest video. Okay, it's the 13th. So just about 2 weeks into this month, not quite, but almost, and this candlestick's really tiny, so there's work to be done. It is green, but so far this looks like a pretty small candlestick on the monthly chart, so that's possibly a sign of weakness. Okay, weekly chart just tracking sideways, but well above the 50, so that's, everything just shows tracking sideways right at the moment. Price kind of just stalling here and tracking sideways on the weekly, but it is a rising 50. Okay, let's take a look at the hourly. See if there's anything going on here short term. Okay. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit surprised that this has gotten some strength underneath it and gone this way. I thought it would just track sideways and begin to decline, so that's a nice surprise. Okay, let's look at this hourly chart. What's happening here? Yeah, okay. Talked about this before. It's kind of hard to figure out these hourly cycles because the sessions are only 6 hours long. So one full cycle is 1, 2, 3, almost 4 full cycles. So one, so that would be the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th almost approximately. Okay, which that was today. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Let's see what tomorrow does here. I'm very interested to see. This has got a little more strength than I thought it would have. Would expect prices to stall and come down, but it didn't. I thought that would happen like on this session. It would continue to stall sideways and go down, but it got a little bit of upside to it here. So this is a little bit stronger than I thought it was going to be. So we'll keep an eye on this. Very interesting development here. Okay, let's move over to the live cattle. Let's go look at the daily here. Okay. And like the feeder cattle, a couple days of strength. So the feeder cattle has 3 days of strength. This has 2 days. Still a lot to go for this to kind of turn around and get back up to this 141.85. Very strong rising 50 though. 50-day moving average, very strong. Okay. Long term looks like there's a little bit of weakness here. Short term, the indicators have turned a little bit, and looks like they want to get a little strength under them. Okay. So in this case, for the live cattle, not surprising, not too surprised that we have a little bit of strength at this point, because that session low, sorry, not session low, the daily cycle ended on 12.12, and now we're past it. And man, was it timely. Look at that, right down in to this cycle low. So going to be interested to see what does the live cattle do, because normally as we come out of these cycles, we start seeing some strength coming out of here. Okay, but there's a lot of pressure right now on just commodities and futures in general for like all the way through Christmas kind of time. So we're going to see what this does. But live cattle on the technicals here and on the cycle analysis, we would expect to see live cattle gain some strength and continue going up. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, let's look at the monthly here. Looks strong. Oh my goodness. Live cattle looks strong. Look at everything here. Pretty much going up. Now, again, there's a divergence warning here on the Big Daddy, which is a very predictive type of indicator. But December's not over, so we got to be patient to see if that's still there at the end of the month. Let's look at the weekly. Okay, when was that divergence warning? There was a divergence warning last week on both these indicators. That would normally mean price decline. So there's like two things going on here. Two different forces. We have on the daily, we have a cycle that's trying to move up. On the weekly, we got divergence warnings that are saying price is going to go down. This is going to be very interesting to see how this turns out. Okay, these on the weekly time frame, prices would normally decline when we see this type of indicator going on. I mean, we see this kind of divergence warnings. Okay, so interesting. Not really sure which way this pricing is going to go. With these indicators are a little bit weekly showing downward. Daily on the cycle analysis would tend to show strength when we look at the daily. So this would tend to show strength going up. Okay. But the MACD on the longer term for the daily is pointing down. So I think the daily on the MACD and the weekly chart are in agreement for longer term price decline. So over the short run, we may get some price increase if there's enough upward momentum going on with this cycle. Okay. So we'll see which one wins out. I think long term, once this price decline finishes, we're going to see it resume to the downside long term. Okay. Let's look at the hourly, finish up this video. Pretty strong today's session. All the way up to the 50, but look at it, got rejected, guys. That's what those candlesticks right there got rejected right on the 50 hour. So not yet enough strength. The MACD's trying to get some legs under it and get above the zero, I should say, that purple line. But right now it's not strong enough to get above this 50 hour. So for us to really say that there's some strength returning into the live cattle futures, we want to see that price get above it and at least get two good strong candlesticks going above it. Then we could say there's a little bit of strength return. But for the short term, looks like prices are being rejected off of this 50. We'll see what happens going in, to tomorrow and Wednesday. Okay. All right, that's it for now, guys and gals. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate that. Don't forget to click that little bell to be notified of all the videos as I put them out. Consider the premium membership, $5.99. Super cheap. I keep it cheap like that and very affordable so everybody can afford it. $5.99. Any cheaper, I'm giving it away. I cover crude. I cover gold. I cover natural gas. I cover wheat and oats. Okay, for the premium members, I even cover the hourly charts. You see me here doing the hourly charts, but I don't do that for most products. For the public, for the cattle futures, I make an exception. Okay, talk to you all real soon again next time.